What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. Let's go ahead and take a look at XRP here, team. Yesterday, we were actually announcing the potentials of this being listed on the CME futures, right, along with Solana, after we ended up seeing that it was kind of an error, right? So how do you accidentally print an error that large, right? So I gotta say, man, that's a little bit ridiculous, right? But even, despite that, right, just about a few hours ago, TradingView releases this news here saying XRP price targets $15, right? It targets a $15 amid enthusiasm over the CME futures launch. So you can see here that this was just around literally just about an hour ago for me, right? So this is, I guess they're pricing this because of a potential momentum trend, right, guys? So that momentum trend is literally based around a triangle that we've already looked at here before, and that triangle is symmetrical triangle, otherwise known as a bull pennant. And that bull pennant does, in fact, have a target confluent to some fractals and some statistics that we've looked over, which is around the $8 zone, $10, $15, and potential $20 tops, right? So yeah, it does have a $15 potential, and I will say that it's being spoken about now within the, within some news outlets, especially here within the TradingView community as well, right, guys? So very, very interesting things indeed. So I got to tell you about this little bit of this tiny pattern here that we're looking at for the more immediate short term, right, guys? So this formation here that you're noticing right within here, this would be a diamond pennant, right? So this diamond pennant, and by the way, this is the price action that we put together here, from yesterday, right? From yesterday, we were saying that we would potentially go into this price action here, into this area here, right? I was expecting a potential 320 to 322 top, but the area was really 318.07, 320, 322, and we the top side of today, we ended up reaching 318.56 from the 318.07 that we spoke about, right? So very good. After this resistance, we were speaking of downside price action from this. Remember I spoke to you guys about telling you that if you're going to get an opportunity here to maybe pick up a better position entry, then this is your opportunity here to maybe position out so that we can benefit from getting ourselves a better price entry, a cost basis, right? So ever since then, price action has started to decline. Now I'm going to show you a line chart here just so that you can see like what it looks like against what price looks like on a line chart versus my line that I drew here. So go ahead and take a look at this here, right, guys? So that is that is certainly ARCa on the green here, and that is the actual price action happening from XRP itself, right, guys? So very, very impressive here what we're looking at within the lines. Please, the only reason I'm showing you this, guys, is that I still want you to make sure to reach out to me. It is still early enough, right, for you to reach out for the ARC Masters course at gmail.com. I want to make sure that you guys fulfill that resolution and change that portfolio right around, guys. Make it a smiley face, right? Huge downside, but now we're going to get that huge upside on that curvature, right? So make sure to reach out to me, ask for the disclaimer in the syllabus, guys, and yeah. So congratulations to those who have already joined. Welcome to the team, guys. I love it. I think a good 10 people have now joined in spite of this. So congratulations, guys, and welcome to the team. So now let's go ahead and take a look at something, guys. Now that we kind of have this idea that there could be kind of a bearish reaction to this diamond pennant, how is it that we can understand the possibilities of that too, right? Well, simply if we look online, right, you can go ahead and look for diamond pennant, and you can see here that this diamond bottom pennant, it would be usually formed for a potential upside price action. Okay, so temporarily bearish right here. Why? Because we are dropping from this point all the way down to the convergences, right, guys? Here, right? We drop, get ourselves some positions, and then like literally launch, right? So now I gotta speculate on this, though. I do have to speculate on this because listen, guys. I don't know if there's gonna be a piece of news that's gonna be released here. I don't know anything, right? But I got a few perspectives for you. Okay, temporarily bearish only because we have to make our way down to the other regression, right? And it looks like we are presently there, right? We came all the way back down, and now we're in this regression, creating a support right from that, right? So I'm wondering here if that's going to be the actual case for us to make this thing go to the upside. Of course, we're not going to make the decisions based around one silly formation that is drawn with a bunch of little coloring book crayons, right? No, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at other metrics, right? Like, for example, volatility, momentum. We're going to take a look at other time frames as well, right? So in this case, you know what, I'm afraid to say that in this particular case, there is the shape of a normal pennant, right? So in this case here, look, let me show you, right? It would be something along the lines of this here. So let's go ahead and let's get that trend line again and kind of draw it in like this, right? So you can see here that this is in fact a right angled triangle. A symmetrical triangle, and it is absolutely a pennant. Now, this pennant does matter when it's built, right? This pennant matters when it's built, during a downside or during an upside. When this pennant is built during a downside, that means continuation for the downside, right, guys? Actually, right in here in this same, literally right above, we can tell that this was in fact what was being drawn here, right? So now that you can see this right here, let's just go ahead and flip right back on over, right? And I mean, I could just put it right here too, so you can kind of like, kind of compare them, right, in their appearance, right? Just like that, right, guys? So you're looking at exactly kind of what's happening here with that downside and everything, right, guys? So we're looking at a downside price action into that pennant right now, and that could be a reason for price action to continue towards the downside. But it is not usual for it to break down at around 50%. It actually could, right? But it's not usual. Usually these things tend to realize or start to practice their true behavior when approaching to the 60 to 65% to the apex of the triangle. So if this is your 1%, right, you'll go ahead and just go up into the 60 to 65% area, which could be right in here. So this could be in a few hours from now, right? There could be continuation to the downside here. So we're just going to go ahead and measure this, right? 60 to 65% to the apex of the triangle. That would be your first breakdown, right? That would be your first target measured like that. The second target would be simply from the center of the triangle. Let's just say that this were the center of the triangle from both regression lines, right? Top and bottom. And the third and less popular, but definitely considered target would be the largest part of the triangle itself. So since we're talking about potential breakout here at around 11 p.m. Pacific time today, I would say, today being today being the 23rd of January, right? So then we would go ahead and position our, breakdown target here based on the implied, the price objectives, right? So this would be roughly what we're expecting, right, guys? Just something like this here. So targets to the downside can actually be applied by looking at this formation simply like this, right, guys? So this is something that I teach here literally on week number 2 of the beginner's crash course, right, guys? So just know that these things are covered by the ARCa Bulls education thing, like right away, okay, guys? So another thing is that yes, we do have an immediate short-term time frame downside suggesting these targets here. By the way, remember that we talked about yesterday a potential 295 to 290 bottom. So we're after, right, 290 to 295 bottom after we came up to this area here, which we already did, okay, guys? So it depends on which formation is going to take over. Will it be the diamond formation that takes over first, right? Or will it be the hourly time frame bear pennant that takes over first? It doesn't matter which one it is, guys. Just make sure that you are positioned correctly. Do not risk anything that you're not, do not over lever here, okay, guys? So 39 minutes to close the hourly candle, and the hourly time frame already made its 50% retraced right here. Now it's considering downside, and it does have contraction, right? No real effort here for the downside, and it's showing downside price anyway. Let's get even more granular. 15-minute time frame, still, right? This thing is contracting right now. We have downside on that. That means that there's very, very little conviction for the downside here. Now, interesting here with the 30-minute time frame as it's closing in 9 minutes, right? This now, the 30-minute time frame may start to consider making its way back up to the 50%, which is interesting because we're getting a little bit of a kink here that with expansion. So this could be that we're experiencing a little bit of strength in the market for the immediate short term. Okay, guys. Now, what else is closing here? Well, the 2-hour time frame just opened about 20 minutes ago. And it's introducing here maybe a shift in volatility with a slight bit of consolidation, which means that there could be a floor. Let's see. The 3-hour time frame is consolidating still. This, yeah, guys, the 3-hour time frame may actually close with even more contraction and a downside pivot here. So it's really going to be up to the 10-minute, 15-minute, 30, and hourly to give us the new shift towards the upside in order for this to start meeting the potentials the potentials to up here. So I would say that the resistance is coming up over the next maybe hour or two. If we do catch that upside, it should be right back into the areas of around 313. I'm going to give you the targets just like this. Okay, so it will be 312 to just about 314.09. Okay, guys, so heads up, as there will be, very likely there would be a resistance right over here. Okay, guys, and you know what? I'm going to stay calm on this too, guys. I am going to stay very calm because, for those of you that have the momentum channels, right, that you purchase here, the buy-sell signals, remember, guys, that these are algorithms that I'm building here according to my personal discretion, right? So these would kind of clone me, right? They would act as me, right? and start giving away the signals here based on some criteria that I personally look at. Looking at the daily time frame of XRP, this thing launched a huge buy signal down here at 241, and we're still at 306, and no sell signal has been presented. So I'm still remaining calm on this, guys. Even if this thing came down to the 290, 295, I still am pretty damn bullish on XRP. Very, very nice stuff. And yeah, we just got to get over this consolidation or this contraction here, and then we'll be good to go, guys. So please remember, guys, make sure to look in the description right above here to get yourselves that algorithm, and also make sure to sign up to the ARCa Bulls Master Course program, right? The ARCa's Master Course, right? Because this is really what's going to give you the edge in the markets. Okay, guys, I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. And yeah, so have a very good night, very, 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 very good day wherever you may be around the world, and we'll chat very soon. Okay, team? Peace, 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 and peace. Please take whatever I do, show, and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever, ever, 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 ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very, very good rest of your night, and I'll catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team. Oh, yeah.